So this is the first time I baked today. How you guys doing? So we have a step in the right direction. My channel was terminated because I reported it hacked, which they did what they were supposed to do. But now I have to recover it. So hope they don't give it back to me. They don't freaking give it back to me, you guys. I mean, it would suck all that work and stuff, but I have recovered my Google account. So I do have now access to like that, thankfully. So I turned the monetization back on this one. If I had to, we could continue, I guess, things over here. I don't know what else to say.
Just like I said, she's going to
We'll have to see
magically
what
recover
happens in
her
the upcoming
account.
days, I guess. But can't really stress the things you can't do anything about, right?
I was actually cutting another video.
It sucks because we had a lot of great work on that channel.
Good thing I saved a good portion of it.
And it's very, I feel like Nest, was really helpful and trying to find, going back on certain things and listening. I know, aren't they cute AF, dude? That's why.
Not cute.
Well.
Oh, look, she's going to show you her boobs again.
Okay,
She's
show you how
her boobs.
They're really helpful. They're supposed to be left open, but since I'm live, I don't have it open. But
she got
I was going to open it just for your guys' viewing pleasure. But I think maybe I won't. Yeah, I don't think you could handle all that.
They're ugly as hell. I put my jammies on tonight. I have
showing me now.
Stiller jersey I'm sleeping in. Woo! I didn't take my makeup off yet though, although it wore off.
So I have recovered, but it doesn't mean that they didn't freaking get everything in the meantime. I'm sure that they did. They're welcome. They're welcome.
With the glasses.
I'm sure freaking
she thinks she looks
Six
like
Up is
like
freaking
librarians or something, stuffing her foot.
Doing weird stuff to my pictures.
I gotta go find a new
weirdo.
One. She's extremely full of shit, Isabella.
She probably just wanted to see if I had any naked pictures on my fucking Google account.
You probably do.
That's probably what she really wanted.
She got an OnlyFans, in my opinion. Is her channel back? Let's go look and see.
I mean, seriously, what is wrong with these people? For real? Ziggy doesn't stay down for too long. Like, I just don't like shit stay with me long, no matter how.
She doesn't know if she's gonna get it back. She reported it hacked. Guess what? All of her hard work. Boom. It's back in the middle of the night. What'd I tell y'all? Holy fuck. Ziggy was never hacked. I'm an opinion channel. In my opinion, Ziggy was never hacked, and this is all fucking fake as fuck. Just like I said, what, 3 hours ago? Holy fuck, I need a cigarette.
Bad. I guess. It's not even, it's bad, but it's not like the worst thing in the world.
Jody's live. What's she talking about?
It's
Agree as
pretty shocking when
well.
it happens at first and it feels like the end of the world. But
Unreal. No time
I'll
wasted
probably
at all.
just focus on, I guess, my I don't know. This is just so getting so
Sorry, guys.
ridiculous.
I forgot to monetize and put my thumbnail in, so I'm going to do that. It ain't a cash app. Ooh.
It's okay, guys. I'm sorry I freaked out.
No, she's
And
sorry. She freaked out.
there's people here who have way worse issues than a hacked
Oh
Google
my god,
account.
she got a bra on. Look, her belly's showing. Holy fuck, she's worse than Jody Sue in the Christmas outfit.
Um,
Ziggy, you're losing it again.
I think Chloe's missed all the fun today. Are you
Oh,
seriously just now hearing about everything?
that's funny. Funny, funny.
I don't know if I have the energy to repeat everything. Seriously, it's been really
You're amazing, Zig. It's been a day. She must have listened to my directions on how to get her account back and went and got her account back. What do you think?
You want to come up here, Chloe, and talk to me?
I don't think
I
she
need a
was ever
friend.
hacked. I don't think it was a scam. I think she did it on purpose so people would see it and buy Bitcoin. And I think it's a way, or buy crypto. And I think it's another way that Ziggy makes money. And it might be her
Oh,
other.
I haven't said anything on here because my
I think
channel,
she signed up
if
for
you Google my
something
other
and
channel,
did it.
it's gone. Somebody hacked my Google account today. I've been dealing with the police.
So did you call the police and
Nicolina,
tell
because
them
she
you got the
decided to be a
account
bitch
back?
out of nowhere for some odd reason. Um,
Hey, Winged. Mwah. How are you tonight? She definitely did it, Bella.
it's okay, guys. You gotta laugh though in the retrospect. I mean, what else can you
Oh,
do?
we're
It's like
laughing. We're laughing, all right.
it's above, the link's above. But yeah, you missed so much today if you are just now like catching up. I'm guessing a lot of you did.
Her fits are the best. Watching her throw fits is absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorite things to do here in Summer's case. Besides share Summer's face, which I'm going to do tonight. And make sure we get Summer's picture out. But Ziggy's fits are fucking great. Here, let's go watch. I just got to make sure I look at the time we left off on. Okay, 1 hour and 2 minutes. Remember that. Let's watch Ziggy's fit. Because I want to get back and hear her talk about the scam. You ready? I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell. I don't even give a fuck.
Hey.
Fuck is Ziggy.
Sorry. Oh my god. a couple hours ago, guys.
I'm doing better, Wayne.
I need everybody to share this out. My other channel is gone. My account was hacked.
She lost her scamming channel. Oh.
I don't know what else to do. They're fucking with me so bad, guys. You have no idea. And Nicolina is making it fucking worse. I reached out for her for help, not money. Help!
So on this new live she's doing, does she talk about Nicolina? Does she talk about her calling Nicolina and asking for money? This was a scam, in my opinion. I'm sticking with it.
Hold on.
Look, the phone's ringing. Is Fred in her new live? She said that Nick said she asked for 2,500. Dude, Ziggy is the only YouTuber besides the marathon that I have seen that asks for extremely large amounts of money like that. Like, this girl got some fucking balls, in my opinion. Did I fucking pause it? Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Let's
And
skip.
she's making up things and adding to it just to make it worse. You know, like I need anything fucking
Yes.
more right now, you know? I reached out to her for support and help because she's dealt with a lot of bullshit, I thought. But obviously, she has no heart because I was really like trying to freaking seriously ask her for help.
I don't know much about Nicolina. I heard she's with Ernie. I'm not an Ernie fan. I'm not going to attack Nicolina because I have no need to. However, let's keep in mind if there is a Nicolina and Ernie connection, that Ziggy just had Ernie on her panel. Hold on, I gotta go back. I got a million tabs open. It's like my brain. I'm trying to do a million things like content wise today. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. I was actually just going over the Kathy the Friend live. So she just had Ernie on her panel 3 weeks ago. Interesting. I gotta see it, Isabella. I don't really know nothing about Nicolina except for what she looks like. I've never ever really watched her channel. I've heard her and Benny. I heard Benny talk about her, but I never watched Nicolina, so I'm gonna have to go check it out. I'll give my opinion, maybe. I don't really need no more shit, but the fact that now Nick and Lips fell out, oh, I didn't know her and Lips was close till recently. You know what? I'm going to leave my comments to myself right now. How about if we do that? Let's go back to Ziggy. And there's some other things I'd really like to talk about. Maybe we should do that right now before I can't get it out. Let's at least start. Ryan Upchurch. You guys, I'm just going to click out of Ziggy. We can come back to this in a little bit. I don't want to get confused. I think this is important, and I'm going to tell you why I think it's important. I don't know how many of you have paid attention to Ryan's drama. Now, I haven't paid full attention to it lately. I know there's been some new stuff, some new developments, and he's fighting with Adam Calhoun and some other rappers and stuff, but he's made some pretty big accusations against his mother. I know his mom is amongst us in the YouTube world. I know that she's been in my chats. I forget her name, Teresa maybe. I can't remember her name. Um, yes, from the Kylie Rodney case. But no, Isabella, there's been some new stuff going on with Ryan in the last few months that I think people should probably get into. He's accusing other rappers of working with his mother. Well, that really isn't my forte. It's nothing I'm going to get into. I don't want no lawsuits for that. But his mother's involvement in Summer's case bothers me. But I'm going to show you why. Hold on, I got to find where I put. So I've been recently reporting on TT and the My Life, something signed up in her and her husband's name. Yes, rest in peace, Ozzy. We spoke about it earlier. Yeah, so much going on, innocent. But we had spoke um earlier about Ozzy. My heart goes out to his family. That's heartbreaking. However, we knew it was expected, and Sharon came out quite some time ago and told us Ozzy was sick. I'm happy he got to do some last minute shows and some songs with Post Malone, and more memories we'll all always be able to listen to. But, okay, I want to go. I don't know. I thought I just did this. I did. However, we're going to redo it. To my channel, and I'm going to scroll down to right here, and I'm going to read my posts from earlier today. I know that dude famous as F, but anyone ever question Upchurch? Like, not Ryan, but his mama, all out here causing Ryan issues around the time Summer went missing. After Ryan put a reward up for Summer he never stuck with. Then you get this woman buying homes all over Tennessee, putting them in Ryan's name, and boom. Ryan and his Summer coverage is gone, just like Summer. However, he did start to cover Kylie. But Summer coverage was just, okay, forget it. And he's jumping into Kylie's case. And he really hasn't done too much more in true crime since. So the one thing I wanted people to know was, did anyone know TT knows Ryan? I have proof. Check out my video with messages from her. I think we should question Ryan's motives, don't you? Now, my thoughts and my opinions. Remember, I'm an opinion channel, and Ryan has reported on this publicly. But after seeing what I seen quite some time back, with his mom in the houses and stuff. It's my opinion that Ryan maybe was asked to do a reward fund for Summer and cover Summer's case, and something went awry and he dropped it and picked Kylie up, and the money just disappeared. I have my own thoughts on it. But let me go back. Amanda Hensley and Justin Hensley. I want to know why y'all signing up for my life and my email, and why my Cash App is robbed at the same time you're logged in. Want to answer, TT? Want to tell us about how well you know the Upchurches? Do y'all have any connections to to the Millersville area? I mean, so close, right? What's with the chicken fighting Ryan speaks about? So on his channel, and I didn't go look for it tonight, but I'm going to. On one of his channels or his Facebook, he has a video, or had a video, where he's standing by this big blue garage, and he's telling us how this garage came about, and how they used to chicken fight, and how his family's in the chicken fighting. So, in my next post, I'm going to read to you, since Renfro has been ignoring my requests and I'm unable to speak to her about it, I'm going to tell you that you just have to believe what I tell you. You don't have to believe it, but you can take it into consideration that at one point I seen, either on Renfro's Facebook page or on her son's page, Joseph Renfro, who actually has been involved in the Summer Wells community from the beginning. On his Facebook, he was posting images of the police on Ben Hill Road, and then he was in Michelle Walks at the beginning of the case, and I have screenshots. I'll pull them out one day. But he was in all the channels saying, "Stay off Beach Creek," and throwing fits, right? But anyway, somewhere along down the line, I seen images of him and other people in the family with Ryan Upchurch, or maybe it was just two people, I can't remember. But they were holding chickens. So it made me think, like, is there a Rogersville connection? Why is Teresa Upchurch so involved? Well, I'm just going to skip what I wrote. You guys can go read it, and I'm going to go right to this post. When TT and I were talking, she said something extremely interesting to me. And it's just something I've given a lot of thought, considering there's somebody out here with a black lady's profile picture. However, I'm not sure that this girl really looks like that, or I would like to know who she is, because honestly, the picture she uses looks like the girl from the G-Eazy video. Like she's trying to make herself that girl. Me, myself, and I. Or no, is it? Yeah. Not me, myself, and I. I'll get the name of it. But anyways, I think it's a fake profile picture. And I would like to know who Music City Mom is, because Music City Mom was like harassing my Facebook group. She was harassing Jody Sue. She was all up in all of the chats and very involved with Libby and Chase, things like that. And it just makes me curious, could that be Ryan Upchurch's mom, or somebody Ryan knows? And then you do have his mom out here under her real name, and at the same time, she is Crystal. Can't you just contact Ryan? I've tried, Isabella. I've tagged him in community posts for the last 2 years. I've been in his comment sections. I believe I even sent him a Facebook at one time. I've tried everything I can. But I'm not accusing Ryan of anything. What I'm curious about is his mother. Yes, Music City Mom gave Dawn and Candace that wooden box, which is partially what I was looking for tonight with the live with Kathy, because it's something I want to explore. and get into. And she also was extremely, extremely involved with Cam and Allie. Yes, innocent. But then, you also have to think about, we have all this Millersville shit going on with missing kids and Lisa Key, who, let me go on here and scroll down. Last night was in one of my comment sections stating she's never been on Tiffany Marie's. She doesn't really know Linda Lorraine. Oh, wait, she answered and I didn't see. I've never said Linda and I were close. I knew what had happened to Linda's son, and then Penny was bad mouthing Linda, and it pissed me off. So I crawled her because I don't think any mom who has lost their child should be disrespected the way Penny was. Linda is merely an acquaintance through a shared loss. However, Linda was also involved with Lisa Key in the billboards, and she was on Tiffany Marie's, and she stated it. But Lisa Key um, had said that she had jumped over her desk for Linda. I feel it was a little bit more than that. You guys can go to my post about TT and all this other shit, and you can read the comments. It's the one with the 14 comments. Lisa Key is welcome at any time to grab a link, because I have more questions, and I'm really considering re-going over, even though I just did it recently, Tiffany Marie's fake feds at the Linda part where Lisa Key comes on with you guys, because I feel there is a connection to Linda in the Nashville area, and also a connection to Dawn through work. Could it be somebody came to Linda's job and was saying, "Oh, Dawn had the kids on," and this is just opinion and speculation, but Dawn had the kids on the job and they're dirty and da 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 da, and Linda, the daycare provider, takes it upon herself, somebody who's connected to TT, who's played a lot of games in Summer's case, searched for Summer, was there day one, came out stating, swinging at Squall. Squall stole my story. I have to look for the live on Tiffany Marie's where TT came up. I believe I did find it once, and we never did go over it. But I feel TT has a lot to do with something. But let me go back to the post I just had up. Here's what she tells me. Here's how I met Upchurch. And she sends me a video of Aaron Walker Band, the one I miss, official music video. Then she says, I worked with Aaron's brother at the barber shop. She doesn't explain how close she is to Upchurch, but here's a music connection to Upchurch and the area Upchurch is in, which is Nashville, which is Music City Mom's area, right? Squall knows that. Squall also has a relationship with Music City Mom. Uh, I worked with Aaron's brother at the barber shop. Squall knows that. Jealous Witch. I love that song, Laugh Out Loud. I'm so proud of him. That bothers the fuck out of me. Being Upchurch put this reward up, and I have a lot of questions, being that his mom has been playing really dirty with her own child. You see, I had parents that did that to me. It's a form of abuse. I think Ryan Upchurch is extremely talented in music. I love his music. I listen to it all the time, and it's not an attack on him. However, he's young. And at that point, he loved his mom. And they talked about their family. And you do see, I have seen, I can't say you see, But I have seen connections to Rogersville. I'm not exactly sure what those connections are, but they're direct connections to somebody who has a direct connection to Frank Light, which I could prove one day too when I come out here and decipher what messages I want to show from Karen Renfro. Something tells me to trust Karen, but something tells me not to trust Karen. I miss talking to Karen and I don't quite understand. We've been over it a million times. But we do know Karen's very involved with chicken fighting and very, very proud of it. We do know Ryan Upchurch's family was involved in chicken fighting, and we do know Ryan's very proud of it. Even his logo is that of chicken fighting. And could that be a connection to Rogersville? I have questions for his mom. Bring the fucking lawsuits. Do what the fuck you gotta do. I'd like to know why a reward you promised for summer just fucking disappeared. I don't like it. It smells to me. And I don't like that Music City Mom gave that box to Candace. And it shows that Ziggy is to Knoxville, right? But there's direct people from Nashville that have been involved in Summer's case from day one. And it's very, very worrisome to me, especially when you can rip your own child off and put houses in your child's name and have lawsuits. So I thought what we could do, I don't want to say much and hopefully I don't get a strike. It's Ryan Upchurch's channel, so I might. However, I think it's important. He first let me show you. I don't really want to share this video, but what I want to show you is what I think happened to Summer Wells. Ryan Upchurch right here. It's really hard to see. Here's Libby on the screen. But this video has disappeared. There's lots of Summer Wells content that has disappeared while Kylie Rodney's content still remains on Ryan's page. That's troublesome to me. I just wanted to point that out. Now, I'm going to go back and I don't know what's in what order. This video is 4 minutes long. This one's 2 hours long. I'm probably going to save that one for another day. Here's one that's 14 minutes long. Oops. Hold on, guys. I messed my crap up. I'm sorry. Give me 1 minute. Okay. This one's 14 minutes long. We'll watch this one tonight. I just showed that. We could click out. It's just to show you there's missing videos. Here's an 11-minute one we'll watch tonight. Another 14-minute one. But this one, I think, was a little newer. No, they all were like 2023. But all the ones from 2021, 2022, there's very few. Okay? This 2-hour live on March 12th, 2022, I feel is very important. And I would like to watch this with you guys tomorrow. I haven't seen it or I don't remember it, but it's an early one I could find. But here's one from March 12th, 2022, that's 4 minutes long. We're going to watch right now.
All right, I'm going to make this short and sweet. I don't know if I'm going to be covering any more crime shit, okay? To all the YouTube channels out there that do cover crime stuff, I don't know how you do it. I feel like the community for this crime stuff is fucking chaos. I mean, dude, I've been trying to shed light on the Summer Wells thing so people are aware of it, So maybe if she is out there, people see her. That's what the Amber Alert's for. I'm a musician. I'm not a fucking private investigator. I'm just trying to use my platform so people know. I mean, I do have a lot of people saying, yo, why don't you talk about this? Why don't you shed light on this missing girl? I do. And then when I do, motherfuckers who are also not private investigators, who think they're private investigators, will tell me how I'm not being a good private investigator. I mean, dude, just from talking about it yesterday with chat and making that video, today there's multiple videos of people being like, that's the wrong information. That's the wrong information. He doesn't know the right information. Well, no shit, Sherlock. You think I'm going to be sitting here looking shit up if I already know, fool? Not to mention Mr. Private Investigators out there. Look at the internet. Look how much false information's out there. I know y'all have typed their name in and scrolled through the shit and seen people being like, inside the mind of this person involved in it. Let me tell you about it. And talking to the spirit of Summer Wells and all this stupid shit. Yeah, it's hard to find real information, especially when you got 10,000 motherfuckers trying to money grab off this shit. I don't get paid from YouTube. I don't have my donos turned on during lives. I do this shit because I want to. So, crime community, instead of being a fucking jackass to somebody who has a platform of almost 3 million subscribers and being like, "You don't know anything talking about. You don't know anything talking about." Why don't you fucking tell me then, smart ass? Telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. Motherfucker, you don't either. If anyone knew what they were talking about, then it wouldn't even be a crime that needed to be solved. Now would it? I mean, when you type stuff in to find out about it, you see shit like the church is a cult and it's a conspiracy theory and it was for the adrenochrome. And then me being a person from rural Tennessee that was raised in a holler his whole life says something like, well, then why didn't she hear the car pull up from down the street? He was like, don't you know? There's too many fucking trees in the way for the sound barrier. You gotta go through the fucking tree. Okay, we get it. Here's the thing. You can't expect somebody trying to shed light on this to know absolutely every single fucking thing about it, especially when you type in Summer Wells case timeline and there's thousands of videos that all have different timelines, especially when the people who are actually involved in this case are having different timelines. I mean, the grandma, just the other day, her interview with the news changed the timeline. So, Mr. I'm correct about the timeline. Now, your timeline is fucking wrong. There are YouTubers and there are people who want to help with these things. But people with big platforms are not going to help with these things if they get on here and try to shed light and help spread the word. And people who are also trying to spread the word are like bashing another person for not knowing what they know.
Ryan, being your mom is so involved in the true crime community as well, I have questions for you. However, I don't think you're the evil one here. I think you do have the platform to keep Summer's name and face out there, and I'm extremely disappointed that you haven't done so. But you see, your buddy TT, that claims that she knows you, also has a connection to a woman that tried to sue me 5 times. But TT told me that she knows you, and I think that might be a reason why Linda was trying to sue me. I'm not sure, but I would like to know what your connection is to these people, and I would like you to answer that. They're not your age, they're your mom's age. TT's kind of closer to your age, but Linda's your mom's age, which is another reason why I have worries. And at that same time, your mom, I'd like to know the whole story, and I'd like to hear it from you about your mom and the houses, because all at that time there was a lot of money being passed and rewards being offered, and I do see that you're not monetized. You're famous. You create amazing music. I love your music. And I had faith that you would be a beacon of light for Summer when you came out to the YouTube community. I believe Summer was the first case you covered, and then Kylie. And I do know that your life has been extremely chaotic because of your mom. But we also hear the accusations that you yourself make against your mother when it comes to Adam Calhoun and other things. So I have to question, could your mother have been playing games in Summer's case? And I'm putting myself at risk by doing this, questioning a famous person with all the money in the world, and I can't even afford fucking toilet paper today. Seriously. I have toilet paper. I'm not out. I'm just saying it's like 99 cents and I can't afford it today. However, I'm willing to take that risk because I've seen your mom play a lot of games with you, and I believe you. And I know your mom would have those connections to the area of Nashville that I feel we have been directed away from because of you. And I do know that I have seen these images of you in Rogersville with residents that I'm possibly distantly by marriage related to and have met at some point in my life. And I know I've met Karen Renfro in my life. I remember it vividly. I remember them coming to my home and visiting me with the cousins that they share, and visiting with my aunt and my uncle and their parents, and lots of people stayed at my house. It was only a one time I met them, but I remember it vividly. I was about 7 years old, but I see that you have a connection to these people, and I'm extremely curious about your mom's role. Like I said, I'm not attacking you by any means, but I believe you when you talk about the things your mother has done to you. And I don't like that there's people from your area hiding their face, knowing they're a part of the music community in Nashville, and giving Candace Wells a box that ends up in Kathy the friend's car with items in it like the jacket, which, by the way, I don't think means anything because Summer came home and was home for hours. I'm sure she took the jacket off and didn't disappear in it. Like Candace said, I believe that. However, it just seems your mom's really involved and has donated money to Cam and Allie, and it's extremely questionable to me. His mom has a lot of crazy shit, has done a lot of crazy shit. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad it was your earbud. Just go back a little bit winged. Yes, Summer Voice needed his voice back then, and I don't like that he just disappeared from Summer's case. Like, I appreciated that Upchurch came out, but now that you see something I haven't really reported on a whole lot, I've showed it once before, is Linda, possible Linda connection, but TT connection. I believe TT knows these people. I don't believe she's lying to me. But I also know TT's been involved in Summer's case since day one. And I also know somebody is using her, Amanda Hensley, and her husband, Justin Hensley's name to log into my Google account. I showed the proof. It's on my community post. I'm not going to continue to keep showing something over and over when it's right there in front of you. Go look, please. And I don't mean that rudely. I mean, just seriously go look. I'm going to move on. And I'm going to finish listening to this video, and then I'm going to move on to another one. And I think it is extremely important that we listen to Ryan Upchurch into what he said and what happened. It seems he was being harassed, even, but his mom was still out here talking about Summer in chats, even in mine. I'll go back and look. I'll show you. She was in my chats. I have a very low count of subscribers. It isn't like I'm Tiffany Marie or Benny Keys or Doug or AB. She found my little channel. She's been in a few times. She's never been disrespectful. No, Linda's not his mom, but Linda has a connection to TT, and TT has a connection to Upchurch. Would Linda also know them from the barber shop or anywhere? Or what is TT's connection exactly? I want it to be elaborated on, and I want to hear it from Ryan and his mom. Like, I want to know where this reward you offered Summer went, and I want to know why your coverage on Summer just ended. But let me come off and let you guys finish this.
You're making the community toxic and shitty. If you're a page that has, no offense, but if you're a page that has 3,000 subscribers and your videos are getting 149 views, you can't expect me to know about what you know. Another thing, I'm not a person who's like, oh, you must have this amount of followers to be featured on my page. So instead of you being an asshole and being like, he doesn't fucking know, he's a fucking idiot. Why couldn't you just be like, hey, let me jump on a live with you? I've been researching it for this much. This is what I know. And I noticed you didn't know these things, which sheds more light on it with facts because whoever that person is had been researching it longer than me. So, yeah, it's pretty much all I got to say about that.
Okay, hold on, guys.
That's all person I need to know.
Can't be listening to music. Okay, so the next one is. No, that was only 7 months ago. Hold on. This was February 2023. It's a 12-minute video. I think this is about Summer. I'm not sure. I just pulled it up because it was around the time. I thought it might be a good listen. It wasn't about music, I don't think, and it says Creek.
Tip for real.
Me too.
Wait till a few folks get in here.
What up, cuz?
How y'all's doing? What up, Creek Squad? All right. First things first. Everybody who's been checking on me, thank you very much. That means the world to me, especially right now. I know everyone has been seeing this shit that's going on. I haven't wanted to really say anything on YouTube or anything lately. Partially because, oh, I'm about to sneeze. Partially because it's very bizarre, to say the least. Two, it's odd. Like, I don't know. My mind was very blank for like a whole 24 hours when I found out all the shit that I found out and the stuff that I continue to find out. But first things first, this is not about.
Something else I want to show you is Karen Renfro's YouTube. It has changed. It has dramatically changed. She had very few playlists. when she first came out, and I have screenshots of her channel, and I'm going to show you. However, after she left me the comment about her mountain in my chat and suddenly quit talking to me out of nowhere, she added a whole shit ton of new playlists, but she had very few music playlists and very few creator playlists. And I have Damien Music. Damien Got Burned Bonfire. I hope that ain't Jody Sue's son. Oh my god, that's new. Holler Girl, new. Walk That Talk, new. Star Talk, new. Jay, this is Jay's for Justice. None of this was here. The only one she had here was Benny Keys and Doug. It was really weird. And then she had one music playlist, I think, and it was Upchurch. If you went to her Facebook page, you would see how much she supported and acted like she knew Upchurch. So I want to ask, do you know Upchurch? I will show the screenshots of her original YouTube before she added all this, but she had pictures of like Benny all over her Facebook and holding his wedding ring up like proud he was getting a divorce, and it was just really fucking odd to me, and I pointed it out to Benny. Benny at that point even thanked me for pointing it out, but then remained friends with her, but it seemed estranged. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. You would have to go back to Benny's channel and look. But she seemed to have an obsession with Benny, and she was always on here like, Benny's my bad boy, I got a crush on him. Yeah, stalker shit, Isabella. It was weird as fuck, in my opinion. However, I took it as she sent me pictures of her husband and how her husband hunts, and she just was like, had a crush on him. I was being nice to her because she never did me wrong. She sent me pictures of the bears on her mountains, and she was helpful. She gave me information I'll never ever tell you guys. Things I thought were just for TBI. She was always kind to me. After we started talking, I was honest with her about the chicken video. She actually told me she liked the chicken video. She was in my chat for over a year. She'd come in and talk with us. However, she would never go live. People accused her of being squall, and I went and proved that it wasn't squall. Like, I really liked Karen, but it wasn't until I discovered a possible family relationship between the two of us. Actually, her coming into my chat and saying that about the land, and then some other stuff that happened with the live that YouTube deleted. Just go back and watch. It's a lot. I don't want to get into all of it tonight. But things just got really odd. But she had a really big obsession with Benny, and I have screenshots of it. I'll show them another day because I'm getting off topic here. Let me go back to where we were with Ryan.
About money, okay? It's about the principle and who it was doing this stuff to me that made it detrimental and made it very sad for myself. It sucks when someone that is so close to you, to the point where you come out of their body to live here on earth, that would do something like this. Second off, all the shit that went through my head, like okay, well, this person has like somewhat been here for me, like seeing this shit happen, like seeing me go to court, seeing me get sued, seeing all this shit happen, and then they're the ones that's doing it. Dude, that's scary. That's scary. And not only is it scary, it's mind-boggling. It makes you question everything, you know? And after looking back and seeing how both my parents have been my whole life. It's whatever. It's whatever, you know. And I knew something was going on, and I knew something was up with me not being invited to the ranch, with me none of my family wanting to hang out with me, invite me anywhere. Uh, I've still yet to see my brother's kid. Uh, I wasn't invited to the baby shower. Ain't nobody ever text me, tell me nothing about no baby shower. Um, Nothing like that. Um, Another thing, the fact that she got on YouTube and called you guys a cult and a gang and shit. Like what? What? These are the people that have made all this happen. What in the fuck? Like, how you gonna sit in a house that Creek Squad paid for and sit here and tell them all this shit is their fault? Like, and be like, oh, everything with Ryan is y'all's fault. No, it's not their fault. What in the fuck? They're out living their own fucking life. What are you talking about? They're supporting me. They're supporting the music, and they continue to support it because they obviously know that I'm not bullshitting, and all I do is work and grind and help others. But you shouldn't brag about helping others. But it's just the fact of the matter, and it's just it was all very weird, and all just I don't know. All right, I just want to go here and tell y'all that I'm fine. I want to tell y'all thank you for everything you've done from 2014 to now. Uh, and dude,
I actually have the messages out. I found them earlier today or last night, and I put them all on one page, and I haven't gone through them yet. But I plan on doing that. There's just some things I believe that aren't for YouTube. It's all about timing. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just put everything everybody tells you out. And I don't understand why Six Up and Karen turned on me neither, especially when I was sticking up for Karen. I don't understand the five strikes, which is why in my uh, earlier live, I spoke about when Ziggy was talking about how evil Six Up could be. I said, I believe that Six Up, in my opinion, it could be possible for Six Up to do some evil ass shit because she is relentless and she is obsessed with Ziggy just as much as Ziggy is obsessed with her. And I feel like there's something more personal there between the two. And I explained my connection to Miami with Ziggy and Fred and my cousins and Jody Sue's sister, which, by the way, Chicken on a Stick came out the very first interview she ever did. And she said that she thought Jody Sue was connected to Elliot, which leads me to believe Jody Sue's an Elliot, also a cousin to my cousins up here in Pittsburgh. And Jody Sue had come out and said, well, what if Crystal's telling the truth and y'all ain't listening? How many times she's had lives on it, I have them saved in case she tries to take them down. I do plan on going over it one day. That's what I'm saying. There's just so much content, and I'm trying to put my own life back together. So life has been chaotic, and I don't have enough time to sit down and go through all of it to show you all of the proof. But it's there, and you can go watch it. Even though Jody Sue trashes me, she gets on there and says what I say is true, which is fucking weird as fuck to me. And I ain't been really attacking Jody Sue, even though she's been on there talking about me. I've been watching her. I think what Jody Sue has to say is valuable. I think I got a lot to go over, even with Fannin, the guy that Fred shot. Like, to me, I can make the connections in my head because I've been studying it for 2 years, but to you guys, I have to go really slow and show you the connections and what was going on. And, like Fannon's son, my cousins are in the KKK. It's no secret. You can go to their Facebooks and see it. However, I don't think they're the kind of QAnon, KKK, like lamplight people with We Can Bring You Hope. However, my father has connections to Tennessee, which I don't know for sure, except for through Fred and possibly Ziggy and Aprito, who's my step family. I'm just speculating. And it's my own life. Like, I can't get fucking sued for talking about my own damn life, right? When it's speculation, I don't even know. My family holds secrets. My father had borderland, but a business and ice cream shop in Mexico. I explained that 2 lives ago, 3 lives ago. You guys just gotta do the research. I'm showing you. I can make the connections, but I have to go slow with you guys for you to understand it because it's a lot. It's a lot of information. To go on like this for years seems sus, but I appreciate Six calling Ziggy out. I feel like it's fake, Isabella. I feel like they're both obsessed with each other and it's a way for them both to get their cash apps out. Because Six Up's putting her cash app out just as much as Ziggy is. And she thinks it's cute and all the pig shit. Like, that's not. For a female, to me, that's grotesque. It's mean and it's cruel. And Tragedy Pimps Exposed is. If you go back to my lives where I'm crying and I'm fat and I'm sitting there and I'm a mess and all the other shit where I'm being stalked by a man named Boogeyman, and I make a connection to him and somebody that I know, I don't want to come out here and dox anymore because it caused a lot of problems for me. But I have the information out there. It even connects to the missing man here in my area, the Jay Ketter. Um, there was a man in my area that connects to these people that happened to pin his Facebook in Kingsport about the time that Layla went missing. However, it's really hard for me to cover, and I'm going to tell you why. I grew up with his wife. Um, his wife passed away of an overdose. There's a newspaper article written about her, along with another friend of mine who passed away around the same time. I think there was a bad dose going around our area at the time. But this guy's wife was really, really good friends with a relation to the Jake Header that's missing in my area now, whose sister made the We Could Bring You Hope flyers told to me by the police that were put out in my area for him. Well, Tragedy Pimps Exposed, this is somebody who doesn't follow true crime. My kids are very, 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 we lived in the same area even though we grew up in the same neighborhood 30 years ago. But my kids are really, really, really close to their kids. And I don't want to hurt people I love. However, the police have the information. I don't think it's for YouTube. However, I've covered it. And Candace has talked about a boogeyman. And Tragedy Pimps Exposed had both of these people along with a Larry Vargo, who was also harassing me, who connects to a woman who lived upstairs from my mother, and another woman who was being paid to take care of my mother. It's just a lot. And it's for the police. It's for this Michael Flynn that is investigating it. And he has all of the information, I promise you. I gave it to him, and I'm going to keep saying that out here so that I know it's being investigated and other people know that if anything happens to me, that this information was passed off and people all over the world can hear it. If I end up just dead someday over all of this shit, because I truly believe that I do have connections to Rogersville, it's actually provable. But, I'm not going to go dox my family and put my own family in danger. The man that was coming to my home in handing me court documents that went by the name Faith No More, but now changed his name. He also went by the name Gary Twizzle or something. He was coming to my home for Attorney Phillips over and over and over and over and handing me papers. However, he's also somebody who dated a friend of mine and tried to hurt a friend of mine who connects to somebody who's connecting to Prayer Garden, because Prayer Garden was sharing, please send prayers for Ray, my husband, who's a man my mother used to fuck. So it's just extremely hard for me to explain to you, but all these people do connect, and they all connect to the We Can Bring You Hope people, which is why I think it's extremely important. But I also want you to know that the We Can Bring You Hope people in my town, it's very known that they connect to criminal organizations that are bigger than what I can report on, because it becomes a danger to me, and it almost ruined my marriage. John is related to the people We Can Bring You Hope, who are related to these other people, if you guys remember, and you guys just have to do the research. I don't know how else to put it. And I'm not going to come out here and dox people I care about. And my husband's sitting in the room with me, and he hates that I say it, but I've known John since I was 11 years old, and I'm never going to put him in danger. And there's things that I think he doesn't even know, or maybe I don't know that he knows, because shit got weird as fuck. Hey, Bam, where'd you go? You were going to do an interview with me. You know Ernie, and you end up being dude's neighbor. I'm more concerned about you, especially since you were writing me some strange shit about dude, but hey, another time, right? I really hate dick pics too. Gross. I can't find that vid you played before of Ziggy pretending to cry. It's on her Empress Ziggy channel, Innocent. I have it pulled up. It's called no, I don't have it pulled up. Let me go to my history. Like, it's just really hard for me to explain all the connections and make it make sense to you, because it's like, you know, your family, right? And you know who your family knows, and who their friends are, and who they've been around, and who they, you know, who your mom's friends were, and who your dad's friends were. And but you people don't know that, and I can't just come out here and accuse people of things that could really hurt me and my own family. And I have relations to relations of mine down in Tennessee, and I would never want to accuse those people of taking Summer. However, I'm very, very curious why Renfro is doing the things she's doing. Yeah, hold on. I just had my history pulled up. Let me. Where'd I put it? Mm. It is called. Here it is. At least a step in the right direction. Love you guys and
Hey
appreciate you.
guys.
Empress Ziggy. Oh no, this is the last one. Hold on. Shoot, where'd it go? I gotta pee, guys.
I didn't know what to do. And I knew it was going to get worse.
Go now.
So, and she took it all fucking wrong. All wrong. Because I couldn't freaking say what I meant. I was trying.
Okay, back to Ryan.
Listen to her. Y'all are not a cult. Y'all ain't bad people. I know some people, and reaction pages, rightfully
I'm
so,
gonna
felt
go
some type of
pee. I'll
way,
be
and I seen a
right
couple
back. But
videos of
guys,
people being
listen,
like,
I'm
"What the
gonna
fuck?"
have to
Like,
listen to my
we're the
soul.
ones that have been helping. Yeah, you are, bro. You are. So that's why I'm saying, don't even fucking listen to whatever the fuck she's saying. Another thing, I thought it was hella weird when my dad chimed in. You guys know I'm never seen beside my dad. I'm never with my dad. There's a reason for that. Dude's a fucking joke. And I'm not just saying that. I don't know how she's going to sit here and be like, "Oh, Ryan, your stepmom and your dad loves you." Y'all all fucking hate each other. You all hate each other. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And it's not like I'm just saying that, dude. There's court documents where them two motherfuckers have literally gone to court with each other for hitting each other with my dad apparently throwing a baseball bat at my mom, cussing each other out. Bro, my dad used to you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" I have asthma, right? Bro, my dad, when I was a kid, used to keep my inhaler away from me and wouldn't give it to me when I was having an asthma attack because he's so fucking stupid. He'd be like, "Oh, it's all in your head," while I'm sitting there literally dying. He's that dumb. The dude has the IQ of a fucking jelly bean. And just to think, these two motherfuckers had sex and made me. How the fuck did you make me? That doesn't make any sense. I'm smarter than both of you idiots. I'm a better person than both of you idiots. I always have been and always will be better than both of you idiots. Um, they're both capping. I don't know why she's saying, "Ryan, your dad loves you." She I've been told a different story my whole life until now. And the fact that, oh man, the fact that them get on your side of the road, dingus, get on your side of the road. Hello. Uh, the fact that they're insinuating like that they're cool with each other all of a sudden, no, you're not fooling me. You're not fooling anyone in this county. And the documents between you two fucking flunkies prove that y'all are both full of shit. They are both full of shit. That is the first time I've ever heard my mother say your dad cares about you. And that's the thing. Their past tells that truth. Their actions now tell that truth. 100%. Like there's nothing that I have to prove. I don't have to prove anything. It's literally there for everyone to see. How's it going? It's there for everyone to see. And anybody with a fucking half of a brain, definitely everybody who lives around here, knows. And yeah, don't even fucking listen to her, bro. Her saying that y'all are bad people and y'all are gaslighting and y'all are fucking. What else did she say? Y'all are a cult and y'all are a gang and all this. What the fuck? Who does that sound like to you? Who does that sound like to you? Exactly. She gave one of them money. It's very sad, but man, I'm grown. I'm a fucking adult. I got responsibilities. I have younger kids that look up to me. I, I I'm not gonna get on here and fucking yell and scream and say a bunch of shit. I don't have to. I don't have to. I don't have to defend myself against something that I don't have to defend myself for. That's ridiculous. Uh, the ranch is destroyed. I'm gonna have to put a lot of money in it to fix it. It is absolutely fucked. I'm gonna have to put so much money into it. I'm trying to get back on tour. I have like 3 fucking albums that ain't out yet. I'm trying to get back out and do shows. Hell, record music videos even. And these people are just doing all this weird shit. It makes no sense. But I've hired all y'all giving me a business advice. You don't. I appreciate it, but everything is straight. I'm taking care of that. Everybody's off the accounts. All that shit. Everything's good. Everything's in my name. Nobody could touch anything of mine, even though they've tried, even as of yesterday. All I can do is protect myself and protect what I've worked for. It's not hard in this situation. Once again, with me, my entire career, my background speaks for it. My reputation the past 10 years speaks for it. I'm credible. I can say that I'm credible. And the only reason I'm credible, as much as I am, is because you don't have to lie. All you got to do is tell the truth. And a lot of people are like, you shouldn't really be putting this on the internet. No, yes, I should. Don't forget that I'm still filming a documentary. I dedicated my life to being a documentary of an artist and showing everything they go through so you can see it in real time and don't have to watch some documentary 40 years later and be like, oh man, did that really happen? No, you're getting to see now. We ain't waiting until later. You see it now. So, yeah. Where will this go? I don't know. It doesn't matter because where I'm going is up. I'm going to continue to work like I always have. I'm going to continue to take care of my people and try to be the best role model I can for these younger upcoming kids and show them what's real and show them what happens when you have this life. And that's what I live for. And that's what I'm doing. So, Creek Squad, I'm the only person that can, I'm not the only person, but fuck it. I'm here to say right now, you guys have changed my life for the greater. That's never changed. You guys have always been there for me to pick me up. Y'all have always been there to encourage me to go further, and that's what y'all are doing now, like y'all always have. Y'all have never let me down. So I just want to say I love you. I want to say that I'm fine, and you have nothing to worry about. Love you guys. Y'all have a good rest of y'all's day. Well, I tried to go have vacation.
Okay, I'm ready to speak about it. Everybody's been wondering what's been going on. My gloves are off now. And this, I don't care. If I have to drag it out for the next 5 years in court, I will.
I need a fucking bunk bed in the courtroom.
To prove that all the slanderous things my son has been saying about me are exactly that. It's effing slander. Now I am standing up for my other 3 sons who have written music for him.
Well, damn. The thing I'm most proud of, writing all my own songs. You know they didn't write no songs. Why would you lie about that? Because I know they're not going to stand behind that. And if they do stand behind you and lie about that, well, then they're stupid as well. I don't think they are. But if they are, well, I'll disown them as well.
Who he has gifted things and he's trying to take them back.
When have you ever heard about me giving something to somebody and being like, oh, no, give me that back. I'm an Indian giver.
Because that's what he does.
I'd love to see that somewhere.
That's what he does. He gives you something. As soon as you don't do something he likes or you don't go along with him, he takes everything back, or at least he tries to.
Well, that changed drastically really fast. Do I take people's stuff or do I just try to? Those are like the opposite.
I am the 100% owner of Blue Moon Entertainment. I have proof of it.
Yes, you are a part of Blue Moon because it's a company that we created within our family. Yeah, it was the booking company to book Ryan Upchurch for shows. What other money was made through Blue Moon besides with me? Yes. The money goes into the booking company and everyone gets paid. You just don't get to take what you want out of it. It's a company.
I have got an attorney.
Well, yeah, of course you have an attorney. Everyone has an attorney that comes up against me. I'm worth like $20 million. Attorneys will crawl out of the fucking sewers. No pun intended on the sewer thing, since I've been sued a lot. But look at my court cases. They speak for themselves.
He lies. He stands in front of houses that we don't know who the hell they belong to.
Paperwork to houses say who they go to.
The police gets called, and he swears he owns the house.
No. We were just checking because there was a house that had a prior document that had my name on it, and then it was in someone else's name. So we were checking what that was about. We found out. The people inside the home, when we knocked on the door, they're the ones that told us to come back 20 minutes later. We did. What else do you want to know?
That I bought the house and gifted it to somebody. It was all a lie.
It wasn't a lie or a truth. We were just looking at documents and politely knocking on doors, saying, hey, do you know why my name is on this? Oh, it's because this reason. Oh, okay. Have a nice day. That doesn't sound fierce at all. Do you know why? Because it ain't.
The police had to show up and tell him that he can't address it that way and that he can't come back.
Well, yeah, the police did tell me not to come back because I had no reason to be there. After I found out what I needed to, there's no reason for me to be there. So he said, yeah, don't come back. Why are you acting like I was being like super rowdy? There's body cam footage, dude. I'm sure somebody could be like, hey, can I see the body cam footage? Or some shit. I don't know, get a warrant to see the body. There's ways to look at the footage, woman. I'm literally sitting in my truck playing a fucking skateboard game.
Me, Ryan, and Brandon were all business partners. Business partners.
Really? And what part of the business did you do? Not anything that I told you to do. Like taxes, finances, land taxes, greenbelt taxes. So what did you do? I would love to know.
But now they're mad at me and they're cutting me out.
I mean, I don't know about him, but I am. I mean, when I'm told my taxes are being done for years and years and years and they're never done, appointments were made for you to go and you didn't show up to any appointments. At least that's what the tax place is telling me. I mean, and the taxes ain't done, so, looks like a zebra, walks like a zebra, is probably a motherfucking zebra, right? But thank God for Brandon, because now my shit's good. And it's all getting done like it's supposed to.
Trying to say that everything that I've done is fraudulent.
I wouldn't say everything, but a few things, yeah.
Blue Moon solely belongs to me. Brandon wrote checks out of it because I allowed him to be administrator on it, so they can't act like they didn't know it didn't exist.
Well, yeah, every artist is aware of what booking company books their shows. Doesn't mean you have to be aware of all the money that's unrightfully coming out of it.
It was put in place to protect him from himself.
What the fuck does that mean? Okay, hold on. So you're saying the booking company was put in place to save me from myself? No, the booking company is there just to book my shows. What? Oh, Lord.
And now I got to protect myself and my sons.
Now you got to protect yourself from what? A minute ago, you were protecting me, from the booking company that only, books me. And now you're trying to save you from me. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing nothing to you. What are you talking about? If your problem is with me and I'm ignoring you, what? It just don't make sense, man.
This is to protect him because he can't stop bullying people online long enough to fucking have a clear thought.
Is that what it is? Sure, why not?
I can't go anywhere. I am done crying. Now I'm effing mad.
What are you mad for? I've been in Gatlinburg playing Pac-Man machines. What now?
I am very sorry for everybody who Ryan Upchurch has bullied online.
Yeah. Talk to me like you never met me before. That looks real normal.
I am so sorry, Katie, even though what you did was shady and not nice. You weren't there for the right reasons. But I still don't think you deserve to get what you got online and are still getting today.
You're unbelievable. I cannot believe what the fuck I'm hearing out of your fucking mouth. You're saying sorry to Katie Noel for a few comments of people saying, hey, you fucking suck. Because why? Because Katie tried to say I sexually assaulted her, fool. You can't falsely accuse people of shit like that. But no, you're sorry that people was telling her she sucks, but her music sucks. Wow.
Nicole Arbor, I don't know what happened with you guys in the studio. He makes a lot of promises, but as soon as he's pissed, he takes those promises back.
Excuse me, what? You do know that woman told the fucking TBI that I, buried people in my front yard and killed people, right? You're backing up the person who told the TBI in a whole courtroom that me and my friends murdered people and buried them in the front yard at Ghost Ranch? What in the fuck is wrong with you?
So I apologize for what my son has done to you.
Oh yeah, horrible me, right? Fuck you, Ryan. How dare you rush this woman to the hospital and get her checked out because she thinks she was roofied? Man, you're such a horrible son, you are.
Xana May, I am sorry for what he's done to you.
God damn.
Because I know what it's like to be bullied now. I can't even go to the grocery store.
I call bullshit.
And Kylie Rodney's family, I am very sorry.
Man, you're doing a good job at telling all these trending internet situations. Sorry. Makes sense if you want to, destroy me. Yeah, let me go through and pick out every conflict he got in that I know he didn't start. I'm going to name all those people and be like, I'm sorry to all y'all. I also hate my son now, too. You're great at strategies. You're wonderful.
I don't know what the hell is wrong with him.
Yeah, something's terribly wrong with me. It's a tragedy.
Also, sorry, Chase Matthews.
Can't leave out him. Yeah, no, get back here, you little holler boy. It's a very weird thing to watch. But hey, I'm here for it.
Because I'm in the same boat you are now. Everybody is harassing me out in public. I can't go anywhere. All because he's so mad that you made a decision that he didn't want you to make.
Well, that sounds kind of gay. And plus, that's not true. I think everyone who's watching this read the articles and seen all the videos. And I've showed everybody why I was mad. It was because I said, hey, Chase going mainstream was Ryan Upchurch's idea. So, me being against mainstream, I was like, hey, asshole, that's not my idea. Fuck you for saying it. And that's all.
And I said it to him, and I'll say it, and I said it to his guards, and I've said it to other people. If anything happens to me, it is either one of his followers behind it or one of his people that's closest to him.
Are you implying they're going to kill you? What the fuck? Why would you say that?
I'm sick of being bullied. I'm sick of people wiping their fucking feet on me.
Where are all these people doing all these imaginary things you're talking about?
When I've done nothing but try to protect him from himself.
You have got to stop saying that, dude. It sounds creepy. Because, you're not. And plus, I'm 30. I can take care of myself, dude. You got to stop saying weird shit. Stop. You ain't got to protect me. You're not protecting me. I know it sounds good, but that's just not true. Taking money that I've earned to buy other people's houses and then signing the houses over into other people's names is not trying to protect me. In no way, shape, or form does anybody watching this think, oh, yep, that's definitely protecting. No. What the fuck?
You can't help somebody with that thinks like that.
Thinks like what? Like what?
What he is doing to people is dangerous.
Will somebody please tell me what it is I'm doing? Please? Because I sure as fuck don't know, besides working.
Because the following that he has, somebody's going to want a white knight for somebody.
Want a what?
You know what I'm saying? They're going to want to run in and be the hero and like off, Upchurch's mom or off, oh my God, what's her name? Nicole Arbor. Or like kick Jace Matthews' ass out in public just because their leader said so.
Nobody gives a shit about what any of those people are doing. I haven't even mentioned them.
This is what we're dealing with. This is dangerous behavior, and I'm done sitting down.
Where's all this danger at? Please just point me in the direction of all this danger.
I am done. I'm done. So there's my statement, y'all. I'm ready, and I will be in court for the next 10 years. I do not care.
All over some paper you can't take with you in the afterlife. Ain't that some shit? Appreciate it, Mom.
Because nobody's running over me anymore. I am sick of it. I have been deprived of sleep because of this narcissistic behavior. I get good sleep now.
You ain't getting no sleep because you can't get off the cell phone. Put the damn cell phone down, you get some sleep. Good God.
I can finally sleep for the first time since all this shit has happened. And actually, it goes back even before because this is not new behavior. It's just new behavior with more money and cult following. You have humiliated me online. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm dead online. You may as well have posted a fucking sex tape of me because I don't care anymore.
I don't even know what to say to that. That is not something you say to your son. I don't even know what to say to that.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm dead online. You may as well have posted a fucking sex tape of me because I don't care anymore.
I don't even know what to say to that. That is not something you say to your son.
I agree. Gross.
You can post whatever you want because everything that you've already done, it can't be taken back. And that goes for every family who has had to endure this bullshit from my son.
Like that's your child. Dude, love the weed leaf. Let's smoke. I hope I don't get copywritten striked for these. They're not his music. But it's interesting to go back and listen to what was going on while Ryan was in the middle of these, knowing that he knows TT. Knowing that he possibly has connections to people like Renfro. I don't know that for sure, but I have seen the pictures of somebody else in her family standing with him in a family backyard, not like at a concert setting, and they were holding fucking chickens. You hear Ryan talk about chicken fighting all the fucking time. His mom's all up in the chats. There's a woman named Music City Mom in cahoots with Cam. Who took money for a reward billboard along with Chase. Like, you have to go back and listen. Yeah, agreed. Something definitely fucking wrong with her. But you have to go back and listen to all that was going on and all the people that were involved. And unfortunately, Ryan Upchurch was involved. Like, he offered a reward. Around the time reward funds were being pushed around. Squall, in my opinion, has the connection to Linda and Penny. possibly CSI. I feel like there's a lot of YouTubers that came out here playing games and laundering money. I mean, it's just my opinion. I don't know exactly who they are. I'm not going to make direct accusations. You can form your own opinion, but put it together and watch where they all started. Yeah, Isabella, that's why I say it's a ring and it's criminal organized crime, and it doesn't only just go on in Summer's case. However, Tennessee's the most corrupt. We don't see what's going on in missing people cases like we're seeing in Tennessee with Millersville and police departments being corrupt. I mean, I'm sure it's out there. I'm even accusing my own hometown of doing the same thing and possibly working with some people down in Rogersville. But however, like I said, that shit's for other shit. You've seen my community posts. Annie's Revenge. You will all understand one day, I hope, if my speculation's correct. With the We Can Bring You Hope, motherfuckers. You feeling froggy? Leap, bitches. I've about had enough, and we're going to be going over you in Enchanted Life Path real soon. I got to figure out a way that people understand what Enchanted is saying and do a little bit of my own research and add some stuff to it. It might be a little while, but I have the live saved. I started recording. Helen's been a great help. I want her to know that because I don't want her to think I'm ignoring her. It's just something I'm working on. Yeah, Isabella, and unfortunately, I think it's going to connect to some churches, and I don't think it's going to be the SDA church. However, I do think that it's going to be a church that Robin connects to. Hey, anybody feel like doing some, what is it, Grimoire acting, Timmy? Awakened? Hey, Robin, where you at these days? You know what I found? So you know that Black Lives Matters parade that they did in Rogersville, I believe it was in 2020. It was like they were fighting against each other. Well, there's this guy, and I am on the fucking hunt. I know I shared it in my community post, but it was a while ago. And I know I have it. I just can't remember what folder I put it in. But there's this guy on a thumbnail of WJHL that was very involved in really not liking black people. And he was at this parade. However, I got to see it to compare it, but I am almost, I'm going to say 98% positive it's the same guy that's in the picture I shared with Robin walking into the Lamplight Church with Timmy and a few others. However, I don't want to go deep into detail until I have the proof. But I'm on the hunt and it won't be long before I find it. I just gotta see. And if I'm wrong, I'll come out and show you. But I am almost positive it's the same motherfucking dude. I also think he was at a couple prayer vigils. So I'm gonna go do some research on that as soon as I get a moment. Make sure you guys remind me. But that would be curious considering Fannon's son orchestrated the protest in either Rogersville or one in Washington County. There was two of them in different counties. And Fannon's the one that Fred pew-pewed. Just some food for thought. You guys can go look. I've looked at a lot of shit over the last 2 years, and my information's not always correct. I have to go back and look again and show it. But I will. Yeah, innocent. It's the kind of things I feel I've been silenced from talking about. I think there's more to the Fanning and the land, and Fred and Jody Sue and Andy and Elliot. I believe Fred Hill had an obsession with the land, considering he knew more about Jody Sue's land than Jody Sue and Andy knew, even though Jody Sue had all the maps. I've had a live about that. Innocent, I think you were there for that one. But you know what, guys? I'm going to cut this live a little short. I went over a lot. Let me make sure I. Oh, wait, no, there's one more. I figured them out. This was 7 months ago. It's just a quick update. It's a 14-minute video. After this, I'm going to come on one more time and say goodbye, but I'm going to come down and let you guys listen to this because this is a more recent one to show that there's still shit going on. I believe this is the one where he's talking about other rappers and like Calhoun. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but I have questions for Ryan's mother. That's all I'm going to say. I love a lot of the rappers Ryan's going after here, but I have questions.
Almost. You almost got me, but you didn't. Everything fell together last night. I have no wonder about anything that has happened in the past 6 years involving my career. Not one thing, not one artist, not one situation, not one weird occurrence or happening or falling out. Nothing. It all makes sense now. Yesterday, I don't know how it even fucking happened, but I got my Facebook back, my original one. I have been locked out of that account.
Listen, something else I have to say here. I am not going to attack any artist, mainly because the artists this man's attacking are, number one, very huge names, but number two, one of them I believe he attacks in here. I have to listen to refresh my memory, but is connected to someone who I covered on a case, Quentin's case, and I don't want no involvement and I don't want to piss nobody off. So, doesn't mean I know any of these people or anything like that. However, I did cover Danny, and Danny has done songs with people who connect to these people, and even with, I think I heard recently, Jelly Roll. I haven't heard the song yet, but I'm not even going to go there. But I think what Ryan has to say about his parents are important. But I have to figure out how I'm going to cover this without getting myself a lawsuit I can't get out of. Okay. I just want to stick to summer shit. However, I want you to hear the more recent shit, I guess is what we'll say. For going on like 4.5 years. And I was like, there's no way this is that old Facebook I used to use in the beginning. So I went and checked my last post. It is. My last post was 2021. So there's something I forgot about Facebook pages. Your personal Facebook page can also have followers on it. Well, I didn't realize that when I got back into it. So I made a status and I said, yo, I've been locked out of this page for years. And then I seen the amount of likes and comments and I was like, what the fuck? Then I realized, damn, this page has all my people I went to school with, mostly all locals from Nashville, around Nashville area. They grew up here also. They went to like Hillwood, Hume Fogg, Creekwood, Dixon, Nashville Christian. Then it hit me. This is where all my first day listeners and video watchers are at. You know how many people is attached to that page? Over 500,000 are following that page still. So I'm reading the comments on this status that I just posted or whatever, because I refreshed it in 20 minutes and I had over 1,000 comments, like 10,000 likes. And I was like, what the fuck? So I start going through the comments and I realized that more than half of the comments are like, where the fuck have you been, bro? Dude, I ain't seen a post from you in forever. Do you still release music? Where have you been? Dude. These people haven't seen a post in almost 4 years. You know what that means? Dude. Well, for starters, that's like 6 to 8 albums they ain't seen. Okay, since I ain't been here since August of 2021, that's like either high deals or same old, same old. Everything past that, they haven't seen. That would mean these people in the comments are like, yo, where the fuck you been, bro? That means they haven't heard People's Champ, Pioneer, Blue Jeans, Concert for the Crickets, Blue Jeans 2, or Turbulence. Bro, you're talking about some of these people are day one listeners who haven't heard the past 6 projects.
Okay, so next thing. My original Instagram, it had about, I think it was 1.9 or 2.1 million followers on it, was attached to that Facebook. That Instagram disappeared. Something happened to it. Got locked out, just disappeared. And I was like, what the fuck? How did it get separated from the Facebook? So I made another one. Got it up to like 1.2, 1.4 million subscribers. Well, that one fucking disappeared. Got separated from the Facebook somehow. I'm like, what the fuck? Keep in mind, the majority of my career, my passwords and stuff to my Facebooks and Instagrams and shit were being handled by Redneck Nation. If you were able to see anything the past 4 or 5 years, you know what happened with Redneck Nation. You know the atmosphere. You know how crazy motherfuckers was acting. And you know how my sponsorship with them ended. So that brought this to my attention. And I was like, wait a minute. Wasn't there like a fan page type thing attached to this personal page? Yeah, there was, because Redneck Nation used to always want to post their ads on there. Guess what? I got back into that page too. It's attached to my personal Facebook. It has 3.5 million followers on it. So total, there's about 4,055,000 people that possibly haven't seen me since 2021, which makes a fuck ton of sense because I can't count you how many times I have met fans out in public and they'd be like, bro, when's the next album? And I'm like, dude, I just released like three last week.
I'm fucking mind blown.
But here's the thing. Everything fucking is starting to fall into place based on time, people around me,
listen.
occurrences, and they all fall like fucking dominoes, matching up with the albums that release like dominoes. Now let's get one thing straight before we go any further. All these people that I've had issues with and falling outs with to the point where it causes a fucking commotion. What has been their main motive? Money. All of them, down to Redneck Nation and wanting me to share their clothing line so many times, and just they were printing clothes that just looked fucking stupid. And I'm like, what are you doing? You got to make better stuff than this. My people ain't gonna wear this. Then getting mad, and I'm like, yeah, these shirts don't fit good.
I didn't hear about
They fit like shit.
Wildflower.
These are
Maybe
like
it's
fucking
the same
Afghanistan
guy.
shirts. And then they bitch and cry about.
It's a little short guy that has a limp when he walks. I remember seeing him at the Visuals, and he has a limp. He's a real short guy with black hair and tattoos. I will show it. Just give me time to get there. If you go to WJHL and look, you'll see him on the thumbnail. I believe I uploaded it. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. I think I saved it. Let me see if I can find it. This is the guy I'm thinking I seen in the image with Robin walking in the lamplight. And as you can see, Black Lives Matters protest in Rogersville, July 11th, 2020. I want you to keep in mind that Jamie Wilson was at the January 6th. Shit. He talks about it on his channel, Jackhammer. But I'm getting off subject here, so yeah. Okay, let me go back to Ryan.
Then it got to the point where it's almost like they were mocking us by the stuff they were putting on the clothes and selling it. So they were doing it on purpose, it seemed like. And even my friends around me noticed that too. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? We'd never wear this. And I was like, yeah, me neither. It got so ridiculous. I remember one time I was like, hey, dude, you're making a rooster shirt? That's a fucking hen. That is clip art of a hen.
What the fuck?
Dude, or the time Redneck Nation made that one shirt that said Fuggins Squad.
Doodle
The
doo.
fuck does that mean?
Fuggins Squad? Not only that, what else did Redneck Nation have interest in? Oh, that's right, music and collaborations. Bro, man, please do a song with Jack, bro. Please, dude. Please, man, dude, guy, man, brother. And then what Redneck Nation do? Sign somebody else, and somebody else, and somebody else to their independent record label. Brotherin.
Come on, brother.
Listen, man. And they all fucking suck. So eventually I was like, dude, I'm not creating a bunch of shitty shit. Okay? Just not doing it. What does Redneck Nation do? Fly to my house down here from Florida. Just to boo-hoo and try to get me to fucking do something that Brian Upchurch don't want to do. So I kicked their ass to the fucking curb. And while he's at my house boo-hooing like a fucking little girl, he's also saying,
Bro, man, I'm not doing anything sketchy.
yeah, says the guy giving me sales reports on Microsoft spreadsheet. Hello. Okay, so moving on, because this gets way more interesting. So towards the end of mine and Redneck Nation's falling out, if that's what the fuck you want to call it, you're not going to call it that by the end of this video. Towards the end of our falling out or whatever, whose race car gets sponsored by Redneck Nation? Ronnie Upchurch. My dad. Redneck Nation car. Redneck Nation. All over his Facebook. Redneck Nation. Tagging them and stuff.
We'll talk about
Wear
that.
their medium shirts. Every race season up there at Nashville Speedway. Highland Ramp. Redneck Nation, boy. Shortly after this, Ronnie starts hitting me up, being like, son, you need to stop spending all your money. You don't know anything about my fucking business, motherfucker. So why are you telling me to stop spending money if you don't know shit about what I'm doing?
Would your dad happen to have any honest question, Ryan? And I'm not gonna say why, but would your dad happen to have any connections or ties to Ducktown or Elizabethton? Any airports? Y'all ever hear of that NASCAR driver that got arrested in Rogersville for smuggling a bunch of white powdery substance into an airport really close to the Ducktown area? I forget his name. Me and Homie D used to talk about it. I'm gonna have to look it up and show you guys, but it's an interesting listen.
Red flag number one. Red flag number two is Ronnie comes to me. Hey, you know that big machine dude, Scott Borchetta? He has advertisements up here at the racetrack. He owns a big old record label, man. Ain't that crazy? He sponsors the racetrack. Well, that's funny. Well, Redneck Nation is sponsoring you at the racetrack. Why you telling me all that? Well, what's the next thing that happens in this series of fucked up, stupid, dumbass events? Scott Borchetta and his record label, Big Machine, try their damnedest to sign me to their record label. I turned down $30 million. So let's put this into perspective. You got Bobby Dicklicky over here trying to start this independent record label, whatever the fuck that means. I cut ties with him. Then his logo ends up on Ronnie's car. Then Ronnie starts telling me about Scott Borchetta and Big Machine. Then I turned down a $30 million record deal with Big Machine. Okay. Then what happens? Then Bobby from Redneck Nation is hitting up Deerdorf, being like, hey, man, is Church okay, man? Like, is he doing drugs, man? Then what? Ronnie comes to my house. Man, son, I heard you're doing drugs, man. Me and my old lady sitting there like, what are you talking?
Can you guys see me? Screen saying stream unavailable, suspended. Did I get taken off? Are you watching me? Oh. Okay. I guess I did.